Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams and I'm a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video and this time I'm reacting to Floor Jansen and one of her originals that somehow I missed, Storm. But before I get into it, make sure you subscribe and click on the bell so you get notified of all of my videos. So let's have a listen.
I won't give up just yet. Gotta lose sometimes to gain. To the whole wide world I'll say, gonna make it to the end. I won't think once or twice. Bounce back one more time for the whole wide world to know it is me who brings the...
Okay, I'm just gonna pause. This is really different. Now, I love Floor. I found her I don't know. Someone told me about her and I heard her in Nightwish and then I listened to her with Beste Zangers. So I've been a fan ever since. And I like how she's kind of creating her own Floor music. I love her in Nightwish and I love her in all the other things she's done, but I really admire her songwriting and doing more exploratory singing that is, you know, she can sing anything, and I'm like that. I've sung opera, I've sung jazz, I've sung R&B, but to take all that in and create your own music is amazing. And this is pretty solemn. So let's see what goes on next.
Storm. So when you think you've won the fight, I'm gonna strike your heart with lightning. You'll be blinded by the light, blinded by the light. You're gonna hear my voice roar like thunder. I'm gonna be the storm you're under. You'll be blinded by the light, blinded by the light. You're gonna hear my voice roar like thunder. I won't give in this time, 'cause fear's just not a chance. To my inner self I pray.
Oh, that was so gorgeous. And she's got a lot of range and she's showing it in this piece, but not in like, oh, I'm showing off my range. Guys, it's someday. I mean, lots of, she's got a huge range and it's showing us vulnerability and strength. And we need songs like this. We need songs to keep us going, especially now in this world.
Be the eye of the hurricane. When you think you won the fight, I'm gonna strike your heart with lightning. You'll be blinded by the light, blinded by the light. You're gonna hear my voice roar like thunder. I'm gonna be the storm you're under. You'll be blinded by the light, blinded by the light. You're gonna hear my voice roar like thunder.
Okay, so stop just a minute because I'll forget. Some people say, don't keep stopping, but trust me. Now, I just want to, she is, of course, speaks multiple languages. She's writing songs in English, which yes, we really appreciate it. But the word thunder, I just want to point out, that's a really hard word to sing for most people because when you sing thunder, thunder, so the mouth stays closed. We say thunder. So we have to modify thunder. And that's so hard for people to do because you're not really singing the word the way we speak it. And you have to what we call modify it. Thunder. Now it sounds like thunder when you do that. So she's so skilled, but people have to learn that. Now, of course, English is not her first language. Americans who have English as a first language struggle. They struggle with doing that. And I think it comes because when we learn to read, everybody needs to, the teacher will call on you and you learn to read and you want to say the words right. And it just is almost like torture to get them to get those big vowels open so we can hear this beautiful sound. And then your ear hears thunder, even though you're not really saying thunder. Like thunder. All right, I'm always so impressed with Flor. She has so much integrity and lives for the music, to see that song. And, most of the song, well, the beginning of the song, she's sitting there in front of where you put makeup on. So when you go and you're on a stage or you're in an opera or something, that's how you see it. You actually there's lights all around the mirrors and you put on your stage makeup, getting ready to go on stage. So you might not know that, but that's usually, she's getting ready to get on stage. And so sometimes when you have a performance, you're not always gonna be up. You're not always gonna like, oh yeah, but performers have to get themselves up. They have to get them, like you could have a bad day but the show must go on. And so getting that inspirational song is that I can do it. And, the thunder, and all that power. I loved how she used her range. Now, sometimes when people have a big range, they tend to like to show it off, and that's great because we always love seeing this range, but we also want that range to be used for not just an effect or look at me, but to enhance the storytelling of the song. And I love that she wrote that song because we all feel that way sometimes. Like, I don't know if I'm up for it, but I'm gonna get up. So that's what I got that. And then when she gets off the end, she walks off like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get on the stage. Now, a lot of people may not know that most performers are usually a little more introverted than it might be appearing, because to be a musician, us musicians have to do a lot of practicing, and the practicing is usually alone. I had a teacher who was a master teacher I was blessed with, and he would call practicing creative loneliness, which I think is really great because, musicians work together, but you kind of have to, like we call woodshed their parts, work on their voice, warm up. And then as a singer, and I play piano too and play instruments, it's a little more vulnerable being a singer, just saying, for many reasons. If you're playing an instrument, and yeah, you can be nervous about your performance on any instrument, normally that's why you practice, you keep getting your skill set. But when you are a singer, I feel like it's a bit more vulnerable, because when you're playing an instrument, that instrument, it's not you, it's your music, but it's kind of like it's like your alter ego. And it's like like when I play keyboards, there's a keyboard in front of me. And it's almost like there's this little wall. I'm protected a bit. And guitar, behind the guitar. I'm not a really guitarist. But when you're a singer, there's a lot of vulnerability that comes out when you go on the stage. You have to be that way. So if you're going to connect to the audience, you have to allow the facade to drop and your heart to open and to connect to people. And it can feel really overwhelming when you step out that way. You have to be strong but open. And that's what I see in that song. It's like, I can do it. I can do it. And she used her range in a very beautiful way. She went down to those lower notes, and then she did some kind of extra layers on top, went up to the high notes. And it wasn't, I didn't know what to expect, because I know that she can really rock out. She can get that rock sound, and it can be really powerful. So I didn't know what to expect. It really wasn't a rock song, and it wasn't really a power ballad, but it was an inspirational song that can give you strength. Like, I'm the storm, the thunder. And like I said, her English is so good, especially when we're like enunciating the lyrics. You can hear every word, and also just the modulation, thunder. So most people would say thunder, thunder, and they put the R on. Again, like I said earlier in the video, that English speakers are taught to enunciate, but when you sing it, you have to stretch it out. We need to open it up. Thunder! And then the word light is another challenging word because it has two vowel sounds, light. So people want to say light, light, gets really tight, light. So it's still light, but you have to open it up. You have to, and then her technique is like always so good. I know this is a music video, but we know Flor can sing it because she wanted to use that moodiness. That's what people like about music videos, is that all the images can be very powerful. And of course she can sing it live, but there's a bit more visual appeal with the music videos. But even so, even though it was a music video, she was singing. So I don't know if people realize that when you make videos and you're singing, they're singing. Well, maybe not always. Not if you're like not really singing, but you're walking on a street or playing a character. But she still has this really loose jaw, which is also hard for people because we have a lot of cultural taboos to close your mouth. Like, you don't want to yawn without covering your mouth, or cough, or go, oh, people have issues about that or that. But that's how you get the sound, because the mouth is the resonator. And she's got a great jaw structure and bone structure that puts out that sound. Works really great for her. So yeah, I really love her. She's one of the singers. Gosh, there's so many singers I wish I could meet that I react to, and she's on the list. She's one of the people I'd love to meet. I think that number 2 is also Angelina Jordan, and I probably could think of some other people, but I just really feel resonance with Flor, and I know she lives in Sweden, and my mother's family came from Sweden. I'm second generation Swedish American. My grandmother and grandfather immigrated, I think probably in the 1920s, 1930s from Sweden. And it was kind of an interesting story because my grandmother, her name was Gunborg, lived in Stockholm, and parents had a business. They were upper middle class. And then Gunnar was from Småland, and that was where the poor people in Sweden were. And so he was in America first. He went to Sweden to find a Swedish bride because he did not want to marry an American woman. I don't know why. So they got married. They're kind of like opposites in some ways, but they came to San Francisco and had my mom, and I was lucky to grow up with my Swedish grandmother. I didn't realize at the time, because you just don't know what it's like, because I just had a Swedish grandmother, had a thick Swedish accent, but I really learned a lot from her. And so that's why I guess I have affinity for the European culture. And I went to Sweden when I was 13, 14 and got to meet a lot of my cousins. So it was really fun. So anyway, kind of got off topic, but love Flor. I love her work, and I was really impressed by the song. I'm always impressed by Flor, and I can't wait to see what she does next. All right. And also, I want to let you know that I have well, first of all, I want to say thanks for the likes, shares, and subscribes, and let me know of any other Flor songs that you want me to react to. I sometimes miss things, just like this one. And I do have 2 free passion projects on Facebook. The first one is YouTube Success Strategies. That's where I'm coaching people on how to be successful on YouTube, because it's not just about making movies, unfortunately. There's a little bit more to do it to get your channel to really take off. And then the other group is Creative Soul Alignment, and that's for people that are spiritual and also creative, because we are all spiritual and creative, and we're all here to do that. I love it when people come in and they share their art, because that's exactly what we need, to see art, artists, work, spirituality. It's a great place, and it's not preachy. We're just sharing. So you can find all that information in the description. I hope to see you there. All right, take care. Bye.